We're back with another episode of the Heroes of HR podcast. We are live in Scottsdale for iSolve Connect, and I've got two women staring at me that have a smile, and I feel like this is going to go off the walls a bit. So before I take it off, let's at least get introductions in before we go crazy. So Jill, let's start with you.
I'm Jill Fish, and I work with my sister. And we worked together for about 18 years.
Oh my goodness. Well, before we talk about that dynamic, let's introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Lisa Walker, and I work also at Rocky Mountain Diabetes. I just celebrated my 25th anniversary.
Wow. Okay.
And on 4 days a week, I'm the boss, and on Wednesday, she gets to take over.
She said because Wednesday
Is our day off.
is your day off, so she takes over.
Yeah,
Take
so
over.
she's the boss.
Oh wait, you're off, but you're still working.
No,
No,
she
we
gets to
take
take
the same
it off.
day.
Okay, so you're just the boss of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
She just
Gotcha.
gets to tell me what we're going to do on Wednesday.
Gotcha. Okay. So I heard 25 years. How long have you been there?
18.
18. How do you stay at a company that long? Because nobody does that anymore.
Because it is the best place to work. When I first started, I was really part-time.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter went to kindergarten. I was bored.
You had to work.
And my husband says, you got to find something to do because all you're doing is going shopping while the kids are at school.
Get out of the house. Yes.
Get out of the house, be productive. And so she was already working for Rocky Mountain Diabetes. And I said, is there anything I can do over there? And they worked around my kids' school schedule till they went to junior high.
Yeah. And that works.
And that worked. So I had a good family work-life balance. I could still take care of my kids, get them to their activities, and do a little
And
on the
work
side.
and get out of the house.
And get out of the house, yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. I kind of did the same thing when my kids were grown. I decided I needed something to do. And Rocky Mountain Diabetes has been a big part of both of our lives. We've got a brother that's type 1 diabetic, and so it's near and dear to our heart. We also have two nieces. So it's something we've always been very interested in and love.
So it kept
We can help people.
Yeah.
Yeah. People just don't do that anymore.
No.
They're there for 18 months and
Yeah.
then they head out. There's no loyalty anywhere on either side, employer or employee. And they just head out and they just don't do it anymore. So,
But we are older, too. I mean,
so you come from, right.
we come from
From a loyal background.
a loyal background. You know,
Yeah.
our dad worked for the same company
Yeah.
from when I was born till he retired. He worked for the same
Same with
company.
my parents. Yeah. Same
So-
with my parents. And when I switched jobs early in the 2000s, and I was with the same company for 16 years or so. But I've been on my own since 2009. And but they hated that. They hate it when I was like, what are you doing? You need to be here. You need to get your 401ks. You need to get your pensions. You need to get this. Like, well, I don't get a pension. Like my mom worked for the government for 40 something years. Like she doesn't understand corporate, right? And now most companies, pretty much all companies, they don't do that anymore.
They don't. We do have a very high. We've got several employees that have hit their 25 mark, and a lot of 20.
That's crazy.
And we have a really high return rate. Our employees come back. Some of them,
We're running through, yeah.
sometimes it's their first job
Right,
because, we have a lot of entry-level positions in medical.
right.
And they leave after they've worked for us for 2 or 3 years, and then they come back and say,
come back.
please, can I come back to work? That was the best company to work for. So it's
yeah.
been fun.
Which, great segue. Last night, you guys at Connect won Best EX Award, which is highlighting organizations dedicated to providing an exceptional employee experience. So you make people happy, and you're the two people that actually make the people happy, which is why you won the award and why they're there for 20 plus years. So tell me, who wants to take this? Tell me, what's the program here? How are you making people so happy?
Well, when the employee starts, if at all possible, I have them come to me first, and I do one-on-one with them.
And not her.
And not, she's the benefit lady. We kind of tag team that. So
Notice how she said me first.
First.
Like she was very clear
So
about
Very
yes,
clear.
Very clear. Yeah, me first. And I work with them individually. And, just try and make sure
Yeah.
everything's going smooth and that they, any questions and just make sure that they feel like they're welcome.
Right.
And I give them my cell phone number so they have the contact, at least
They know who you are.
they know who I
work
am.
with you.
Yes, and they work with me, and
Yeah. They're not a serial number. When I worked
Yeah.
at IBM for a lot of years, I actually worked for a small company. Then IBM acquired our company, and I got a serial number. So I was 2G5772.
Oh, wow.
And I'll never forget it, and I hated it.
Yeah.
So we were acquired. I started working with this company back in '07. It was Conexa. And in 2012, IBM acquired us, and I hated it ever since. I stayed on for a couple of years. They kept paying me, and I wasn't doing anything. I'm like, oh, for 4 years. I'm like, well, this is great.
Yeah.
In 2016, they're like, who are you? Like, well, I'm 2G5772.
Yeah.
They called me into an office. Said, well, what do you do? I said, well, I don't know. You tell me. Like, you're paying me. And that was it. And that's when that was my last. So 2011 is when I really stopped working for corporate because they just forgot about it. I was like office space. I was like in the basement, and that was it. I worked at home, and I got paid.
yeah.
So
Well, we're kind of in a unique situation. The company, when it started, I mean, it was just a local doctor's office. One doctor, one nurse, one CNA. I mean,
and it grew from
Yes.
how many people are there
a
now?
little over 200 now.
Wow. So you've seen this thing since like inception.
Yeah, so it's been a fun experience. We have a research department that we do pharmaceutical research studies, and
Okay.
it's so neat to
Yeah.
be in on the cutting edge of diabetes care. And we have a reference lab.
Okay.
Our own
What is
reference lab.
What's a reference lab?
We do labs for. It's kind of like a hospital lab, but bigger.
Okay.
We do labs for all the surrounding communities and doctors, and
Gotcha.
so and it's grown.
Very nice. The over 200
Yes.
employees at this
Yeah,
point.
so it's really fun.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Oh, our doctor, our founder, John Lillenquist, he started Express Labs. That's the name of the lab. So it's kind of like we're the mothership, and then we have all these other entities. Because he wanted to be able to get his labs quicker to be able to care for the patient better.
Right.
So
For his
we're
personal patients.
yes.
He wanted to have that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So and then it's just exploded after that.
Yeah.
And just a couple of years ago, we actually decided that we wanted to do a pharmacy. We knew it wouldn't be a moneymaker, but our diabetic patients have a hard time getting all their supplies they need and the medicines they need without a lot of hassle.
Yeah.
So we decided it was going to be
Nice. And they're all in that community.
in a little.
So that all makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
a kind of a campus.
Right. It's kind of like, I mean, not kind of like, but it's in my mind, I'm drawing the parallel.
Yeah.
You have the contractor, the carpenter who does kitchens and bathrooms. They open up a lumber store, buy their own lumber,
Yeah.
and they have a service tech come out to do repairs, the whole bit. But people look at that and they have opinions of that. I look at it as, well, okay, it's a closed ecosystem and I get the same great service all the way around. In your case, if I can get pharmaceuticals and I don't have to go to CVS or Walmart or something like that and not get them on time,
Yeah.
I know it's guaranteed. I know it's there. It's kind of that closed loop. That all makes sense.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
And with the doctors and nurses on staff there, if the pharmacist has a question, you're not, the pharmacist isn't waiting on the phone.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's a great point because there's a priority there of you're not just calling Sam's medical practice down the street and they're like, oh, it's Diane again, whoever, and then you got to wait and they don't make you a priority. Yeah. Here, you know the people and you're going to get the information. You have access to everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So now, benefits. I want to talk about benefits. So, because this, I think that plays a lot into experience.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you can have all the benefits in the world. I mean, there's a few different vendors here that provide benefits, but if the employees aren't using it, they're not adopting it, is it really a benefit, right? It's just, it may make you feel great because you have 1,000 things offered, but if 5 things are getting used, it's not great. I think that's a challenge most larger companies face.
Experience.
They just, and it's awful. You can't enrollment's awful. You got all this paperwork. The systems are clunky. So how do you manage that? So because 200 people is not huge, but it's not small.
No, and
It's personal.
we've grown, and it's been kind of nice because we're one of the few offices that still offer full benefits. We have a great benefit package. We do, medical, vision, dental, and 401k profit sharing, as well as long-term,
Right.
short-term disability and life insurance. And the company pays for the life,
And short-term.
short-term and long-term disability.
Oh, that's
and then
great.
80% of the employees' premium and 50% of their dependents.
Oh, you can't
So
beat
it's a
that.
really
yeah. You
complete
can't beat that,
package
especially
for a
in
little
today's
doctor's
climate.
office, you know.
You can't beat that now. I mean, you watch
And so
turn the news on. It's crazy.
Yeah, we try to explain help the employees understand that that's
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's
nice
interesting.
benefit.
It's a great benefit, and depending on I guess how it's presented, that is part of total compensation.
it is.
And a lot of employees think, well, I don't have the cash, so it's not compensation. It's just a benefit. Every employer gives me a benefit. But so I'm curious, how are you all positioning that to the do you position it as here's your total compensation, here's how we look at it, and then here's where the benefits actually help you.
We're getting more transparent
Transparent on that.
It's hard because you kind of
Yeah.
you know what it is, but it's hard to explain to what the employee it is, especially the younger ones that this is the first time they've ever been off their parents' insurance.
They don't see cash. It doesn't.
Yeah.
My daughter, my eldest is 18, and so she'll be on until she's 26, I guess, or whatever. But she's now starting, right? She's
Adult.
colleges and all this stuff, and she's like, "Well, I want to apply to 10 different schools," and I'm like, "Whoa, relax." There's $65 a school plus for the app. Yeah, but I have to apply. I'm like, whoa, we're over $1,000 in applications. You're going to one school. Let's slow down. But she doesn't understand, right?
No.
Like that age, they really 18 to 24, which is one of our podcast shows. The general audience is 18 to 24-year-old females, and it's like by like a margin, like 80%. And it's when we did an audience survey, what we found is they're using it in like that college level first job to learn about recruiting and talent acquisition and all this other stuff, which is fantastic. But the highest rated episodes and most listened to episode is compensation and then benefits. And it's insane because they really don't understand, which is kind of second nature to when we've been doing this for forever.
Long time.
It took, I mean, I can remember it took, I'm going to say probably a couple of years for me to understand when everybody was saying, no, you're earning this. I'm like, no, I'm only earning this. They're like, well, no, your benefits at $800 a month being covered by your employer times 12 months.
Yeah,
that's a compensation. I'm like, yeah, but I want the cash.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well then are you going to pay the $1,500 a month? I was like, no. And it took time to understand that.
it does.
Yeah.
And that's something Jill and I take on, kind of the role as the mom of the office a little bit. And we encourage them to participate in the 401k and explain to them how that works with the match.
And how
We treat them like our children.
Yeah. That's a conversation.
We just hired a gal in fact, she's here from Arizona.
Okay.
And she is a type 1 diabetic. And she had several offers. She's a RN. And some of them were better because they were at the hospital. They pay a lot more.
Sure.
And she took our position solely because of the benefits.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So she's uninsurable for life insurance.
Right.
And she now has life insurance for the first time in her adult life.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So it's kind of a neat way to.
And that blows my mind too. You're uninsured. Like, it's like car insurance. And you use car insurance for 20 years, no accidents. You're good. One tiny accident, and you can't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
You can't. My daughter we haven't had an accident in 30 something years. My daughter got into an accident. It's over $4,000. Like, we were just paying like $1,100 a year.
Yeah.
Now it's over $4,000. I'm like, we can't find any insurance company to come down. I'm like, this is nuts. You're not going to drive. I'm paying that.
It's just we're not.
Yeah. And healthcare is the same way, and life insurance can get very expensive.
So
but you need it. Well, I guess
Yeah.
you don't. You kind of do. Like,
Yeah, you hope you don't need it,
you
but
hope-
you know you will at some point.
At some point, you do. So okay. So this experience award, as I look at all the awards that they gave away last night, the experience award I think stands out to me because employees run the business. Right.
Yeah.
Without them, you can't really have anything.
No, they're very,
They're the
very, very,
lifeblood.
They're kind of important.
yes, very important.
And so it's when you have the two people here that are running that, right? Building that experience, building the benefits programs and all of that, I think that's commendable. So congratulations on that. Two last questions. One, I wanted to ask about the most used benefits that you all are seeing in the organization out of what you offer. What's the most taken advantage, or we'll do that. What's the most the benefit most being used the most, and then also the benefit that is not being utilized that you wish people would take.
The one that we're surprised about, can we tell you that?
Yeah,
Don't you think it's the FinFit and the
The
instant
Zayzoom?
payroll? Zayzoom and FinFit.
Oh, these guys over here. Yeah,
I had
earning
no
wage,
idea.
yeah.
We didn't want to do it. We wanted to help them learn how to be more financially responsible.
That's very common with employers.
And we thought, no, that's not good. We want to help them, you know.
yeah.
But then the more we researched it,
They need it. Yeah.
we saw that it would help them because they wouldn't be going to other sources for money that was costing them a lot more.
Right.
And we've got employees that they love it, and that's and it's helping them instead of harming them like we thought.
Yeah. I've always had recently, I would say probably the last 12 months, we do a lot of work in that space. I've come around to really enjoying it and liking it. It's my fear is probably the same as you all. They're going to use all their money up front or whatever you put the cap. I even use 50%. Like, okay, well, how do you pay the second half of what you need to pay, right?
Yeah.
And all of this, is it predatory and all of this? And over the last 12 months with all these companies and offering it now and the employees actually really loving it, they're doing it elsewhere. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, all these other, I can work today, get paid today. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It does.
We have patients that thank us. I mean, employees that thank us that come and say, this has helped me so much.
For gas,
Yeah.
food, diapers, anything. Like,
Yeah. So
yeah.
And instead of going to, a payday a loan thing and
Yeah,
charging them
30%.
interest, because I had to
doing
get
it.
my head wrapped around it going,
Yeah.
oh, yes. I mean, these are young people just starting out
They don't get it. Yeah.
and they're paying student loans off their, they have a lot on their plate. And I'm just like, oh.
It's really.
But then I see the benefit of it for them that they're not paying a late fee. They're not,
they pay $5.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. And think, I mean, without something like that, and this is where I think it becomes a retention tool, a recruiting tool, your employees are probably unhappy at that point,
Exactly.
right? They get paid standard every 2 weeks, like
Yeah.
everybody. But if they can't make their payments now, they're not paying me enough. They're not doing this. I can never get ahead.
Exactly.
When you're paying them a fair wage, maybe their bills are just not aligned,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
that.
exactly.
This allows them to get aligned. Not everyone pays bills on the 1st and the 15th of every month. Doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
It's a different world that we didn't.
Yeah,
If we didn't have it, we couldn't buy it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yes.
Didn't have it. You didn't buy it. I got paid monthly at one point.
Yeah.
And that took a lot of adjusting. I was just like, okay, but it was like my first job out of school was in the 90s, but it was every month, and that's how I got. And then I got 2 weeks. I'm like, shoot, and I blew through the money.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I got money now.
Yeah,
It's every
exactly.
2 weeks, and then I was like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then I got married, had a kids, and all that, and I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
we know how to do this now.
So that was the most surprising thing in the last
Zayzoom. What was the other one?
FinFit.
What is FinFit?
It's the same thing. And
Oh, same
they
thing,
can
okay.
use them together
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, I think
through payroll.
does FinFit do education too? They
I don't
Yes,
know.
they do.
like
Financial
yeah,
education.
mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's great. Okay. What? One last question, because I know we've probably really gone over our time here. I'm gonna say a sentence. I want you all to finish it. You can do it at the same time or individually. We'll see how telepathy.
Yeah.
That how you say it. Okay. Being a people hero means. Who's taking it? Or to see if you can both say it at the same time and see if you say the same thing.
I love it because it's helped me get re-engaged and want to help my employees have the best experience they can. We were trying, but iSolve gives us the tools to make it easier and the motivation.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps to have a machine behind you.
It does.
To make, you can't just do it all on your own. It'd be nice, but the days of doing all this stuff.
Yeah, when we had 20 employees, I knew all their names and their kids' names and their parents' names. Now I have to work out.
What are you having for dinner tonight? Meatloaf? I'm
Yes.
cut over. Like that's, not anymore.
Yeah, so it's been good to be able to engage more with the employees.
Good. How about you?
Yeah, for me, it's the time saving it has because it gives me more time home with my family, but it also lets me get more involved with, as the new hires come on, I try to make a connection somehow with them. You know, as they're onboarded and, getting their key card access and all those things, that you can have that time to not just strictly be filling out a form and those things and make a connection with them. Because I think if you can make a connection with the employee, that's all the better.
You're the entry into the company.
Yeah, that they have, they know that we're not scary, that, and let them know, my door's always open.
Yeah.
Feel free to reach out. Even on my day off, I always
Except
tell.
Wednesdays. Don't talk to me on Wednesdays.
No, I let them call
She's
it
lying
time.
about me.
Yeah, she really isn't. In fact, we're back and forth.
Yeah, but I always tell them, I give them my cell phone number. I'm like, you can text me anything, anytime.
Yeah.
And if I leave you on unread, it's because I can't address it.
Right.
And if you don't hear from me that day, resend it.
Yeah,
Because
I'll
with
get
200 employees, you just get a lot. And I'm getting old.
Yeah, well, you need to take advantage of those AI clones now.
Yes.
Yes.
Clone yourself, give them a chat bot, let them ask you
Yes.
questions.
In fact, we are so excited about Sam.
Yeah.
Who's Sam?
Sam is the iSolve
Oh,
chat bot.
Sam.
You know.
I thought you like who's Sam? We didn't talk about Sam. No. I
Sam's
know.
my new boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Everyone has to name their AI now. That's the thing. But it works.
It does.
It actually creates a personal connection there. So, well, I know y'all got to run, but congratulations on the award,
Thank you.
Best EX Award for Rocky Mountain Diabetes Center. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.